Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Abhavya. Today we are going to create a front-end React app which will serve as a front-end to perform CRUD operations on MongoDB. I already uploaded a video for the backend of this application using Node.js. You can find the link in the details section. So let's start with the application. But before that, please subscribe to my channel and like and share my video. This is the backend of the application which I created using Node.js to perform the CRUD operations on MongoDB. Now we are going to create the front end using React. So just let me drag and drop and open it in VS Code. The command to create a React application is npx create React app, and I will give a simple name as front end. Okay. So this is my React application. I will just move into this folder cd frontend. Okay, and if you see ls, all the files and folders are here, and some packages which I need for this application is Axios. So npm I Axios will help install. Okay, that is done. Now what we see, all the folders are there. I will do npm start to start my React application. Let's check out that application. So this is the React application which I just created. Now I don't want all of these things, so I am going to just go and delete everything from here. Just write hello Abhavya. Okay, and I don't want any of the CSS which was present, so index.css I am going to delete and save it, and there is app.css I am going to delete and save it. Okay, so this will be a very simple application. This is to create blogs. Okay, so first part of the application will have the creation of the blog form. Then the second part will be having updation of the blog form, and then the third part is displaying all the blogs. So what we are going to do is create a new blog, delete a blog, update the existing blog, and view all the blogs which are already there. So it will not be according to a very beautiful CSS or very beautiful front end. This is just to perform the basic steps which are needed to do the connection between the front end and back end, to call the APIs and to perform these CRUD operations. Okay, so let's start with this one. We will create a basic form for creating the blog. So our application is having three parts, as I said, so I will just differentiate them. Okay, one is create the blog. Okay, second part will be update the blog. Okay, and third part will be displaying all the blogs. Okay, so I am going to use Bootstrap so that with less amount of work it looks beautiful. So what you need to use, what you need to do to use Bootstrap is go to Bootstrap, this area, you can select the form, but before you can start working with Bootstrap, do one thing, go to the introduction area, and here you will get one link line, this one. Go and copy that in the index.js section of the whole of this line. I have already copied in the public index.html. If you see, it is present here. Okay, just copy and paste this line. The second thing is go to the form area. Okay, you will get the basic layout of the forms, whatever kind of forms you want. So I will be taking the first one. I will change the email and password to title, subtitle, and one more text area I will be adding, which will be like for the body of the blog. Okay, and I will remove this check me out and have a create a blog button instead of submit. Okay, so just copy the paste from here. Okay, and go and paste it in the app.js, create the blog section. So I have pasted it here. So here it is missing a closing tag. Just add it. This video will be fast because the main motto of the video is not creating a beautiful UI, but I will just show you how it appears on the page. So like this it is coming. Some basic CSS changes are like reducing the length, having some margins and all, that we will be doing further. So what you can do is create a small class name. I have created create blog form and given the width as 50 rem. Okay, go to this section and give the class name here. Okay, add this and it will have 50 rem. Okay, now what we want is having title instead of email address. So I will just add title here, wherever it is example title I will make. Here also it is title, here also it is title. Okay, this is not needed, this section we don't need, so I will remove. I will do a copy paste of this section for the subtitle part. Okay, so I will make it as subtitle here, then again here as subtitle and type also as subtitle. Okay, and the main section will also be having. Just save it. What is giving the error? Div is missing. Okay. Okay. Div is there. So once I save it, you see title and subtitle came up here. Now what I will do, instead of the password section, I need the body area. So I will just name it as body. From this one I will make it as, or do one thing is, instead of having all of these, I will just copy paste again this section and paste it over the password area to have the body of the blog. Okay, and rename everything as body. Body here, it is here also body. I want to use, instead of text input, I want to use text area. Okay, and type, if you want you can remove the type also. Okay, so just save it. How it appears? Yeah, we have got a text area here. Text area is something like this, you can do up and down. Okay, the name I forgot to change, it will be body. Okay, and we don't need the checkbox, so I will remove this section. Okay, submit button will be create blog. Okay, and let's see. Okay, our basic form is ready to create the blog. Let me add a title heading here for this one. H2 will be enough. Okay, create blog. Okay, it is looking okay. Just okay, now what we think need is, I need something as name in all the fields. Okay, so name is equal to, I will give as title. Here also in the input area also name is equal to subtitle, I will give. Okay, and body also I will give name field to body. Okay, so basic layout is ready. Now we can start creating the function to add the values here, and which will update your form, update your MongoDB database. Okay. After the basic structure of form creation is ready, I want to display my blog. So what I will be using is, I will use cards from Bootstrap to display, but we don't have any image, so I will omit the image part. Just copy and paste this section and remove the image and all area which we don't need. But before even that, let's try to fetch the blogs from the backend. Okay. So for that purpose, I will be writing a fetch code to which will be getting all the blogs from the MongoDB and display it on the console. Okay. So let's start. I will need one useState variable. Okay. So first you need to import that. Like, even if you write useState, it will give you a useState snippet. Okay. This is the useState in a snippet. I want blogs. Okay, and here it will be capital blogs. I will keep it as null initially and import the use states. Import, we will also need use effect. So use state comma use effect from React. Okay. Just save it, no errors. Now I will write a function. Just let me give a function to get all the blogs from DB. Okay, you remember we installed Axios also, which will be through which we will be connecting to our backend APIs. Okay, so use an arrow function, get all blogs. Okay, it will be a async function. Here I can use one variable as res and store whatever comes from the backend. So it will be await Axios. I will have to okay, so we will be importing first Axios here. Import and here it will be Axios dot, I'm getting all the values. So one thing is, go back and start your backend server. Okay, go to this application and do the npm run dev, the backend server what we had, and see that whether you are getting connected in the console or not. Okay, those who don't know about it, they can watch my previous video of doing the CRUD operations on MongoDB using Node.js. Okay, and then you go to this one axios.get. I will be connecting to that backend API, localhost colon, it is 8080, and the API was get blogs. Here only I have the code, the server code. So get blogs was used to get all the blogs from the backend. Okay, so I will be connecting this API. Go back to app.js, give get blogs here, and I will just try to print it. Okay, whether it is working or not. Just give a res print here. Okay, save it. And another thing what I will be doing is write a use effect in order to call this function. Okay, so same structure it is. I just want it to be called once. If you miss this empty array, okay, this empty braces, square braces, it will keep, if you miss this empty braces, it will keep calling the function again and again. So I just want it to call once when the page loads, okay, or page changes. Okay, I will just give a call here and save it. Let's go to our front end and check what things are there coming or not. Okay, so my React app is this one. I will open my console here. Okay, we first of all, before that, let's remove this one. There is something foreign class. coming up. For is something we don't need actually, so I am going to remove for from labels. Okay, so that my console looks neat and clean right now. Okay, I'm removing all the for, and since it is React and we took Bootstrap, so it will suggest you to change it to class name. So I will just change all the class name and save it. Everything is clear. Okay, now what we get is our network error. This is because of CORS. Okay, so first thing what we will do is resolve that CORS error. It is because we are sending a request from port number 3000 to port 8080. So the server thinks it might be malicious and it stops. That is called as a CORS request. And to bypass that, in the server code of your backend, this was our backend folder. Go to the server.js file. This was the file that download for in order to installing it, do npm i CORS, and then you can import that as CORS equals to require CORS. Okay, now what we need to do is provide that from which server, from which area the request will be coming. Okay, so I will do app.use I will give. Okay, give the CORS simple. If you leave it blank, it will accept request from everywhere. I will give it as 3000 port. Okay, 3000. Okay, just save the everything. Stop your server, backend server. Okay, and restart it. I will just close the backend server. I will need terminal to get the port clear. Okay, and then again I will just start my backend, and let's go to the Chrome, our browser, where we were getting this error. Okay, now you are not getting that error, and we can see all the things coming up here. So the status text is okay, the status is 200, and we can see that in the data there is a blog area where we have all our blogs. Currently there is only one blog stored in the MongoDB, so we are only getting one blog here. If there were more, it could have come more. So what I am going to do is store this blog value, this array, into our state variable. Okay, so let me go back to my code. Going back to my front end, here I have taken blogs as the state variable. What you can do is write set blogs here, and it will be res dot data dot blogs. Okay, this will store that value in set blogs variable. So going back to this, again we can check, it is set data is here, okay, and blogs is here. So whatever value is here, I am storing that in this array. Now what I want to do is display these blogs in tiles form. Okay, so I will be going and taking one card or tile area from Bootstrap. On Bootstrap you can go, I will select this one. It is present in the cards component area. I will just copy this code. Okay, displaying of the blogs. I don't want the image, so let me remove it, and this styling will not be accepted in this format. I will remove this as well. Okay, just save it and just simply check what is coming on your browser. I am getting the card like this. What I want it to like reduce in length, I think it is full. Yeah, so I have already added a class name in the app.css display block, same thing with his 25 rem, and I will go an app.js, and what I will do, I will add a class name here and give that class name display blocks, and you will see it comes to this length. Okay, if I want I will be giving a margin to this one. So margin top I will give as 1 rem here. Okay, or should I give one margin from all side? It should be 1 rem. Okay, so it is our cart block element. Okay, now going back to the cart block element, we will be using map function to assign values to all this cart title and everything. Okay, so this one how we want to modify is this will become the block title for us. Okay, and another section I will add here only, which will give you the subtitle. Okay, so this will become subtitle, and then this will become the body area. Okay, just let me write body of the blog, and then go somewhere we can have, instead of this we can have a button here. Okay, which will do the delete functionality, and another button to do the update functionality. Okay, just save it, go and check what is coming right now. Card title, body, delete and update, and you see that it is not according to the bootstrap layout. So here we can give the styling, and for the update also I can give the styling. Primary is for the blue buttons. Primary is for the blue buttons. I want to change the color of the button, so I will go on the button group, buttons area, whatever you want. For update I will use green, and for delete I will use danger. So what is there on success? It is button success. I will use this class. Okay, and for delete it is danger. Just save it. Let's see how our button looks. It is, yeah, delete and update is there. Styling we can do later on, there is nothing to worry about that. For this one what we can do is, instead of having it as a h5, what I can do, what should I make it? I don't think h6 will be something smaller to that. Change from class to class name, so I'll do just this, and here I have two class names, so I will just delete. Okay, we have this. Now the border is also present here, and everything is like this. Now I will be using the map function to render all of these values. Okay, so I will just take this part from here, Control X. It will be, first of all, blogs should be present. Okay, now it will be blogs dot up dot map here. It will be blog, and here what I have as in the blog section, how we were getting the data. Subtitle, blog dot title, blog dot title. Okay, so it will be blog dot title. Here it can be blog dot subtitle. Okay, and here it will be blog dot body. Okay, I will need a key for this one. So key I will give as, whenever you use map you need to provide key also. Please turn this key I will be using as underscore id. Okay, refresh. Yeah, gone. So what I returned it as like this. Okay, so now that error is also gone and I can see my MongoDB all the values here. So let me add 2-3 more values for using Postman and check whether we are getting more tiles or not here, tiles or cards. I will be sending some data so that we can have a look on the tiles or the cards, how it is being arranged on the front end. So this was one blog one what I have posted. I will refresh the page and we see 4-5 cards here. We will create a new state variable to store the values of the fields what we enter there. It is add blog comma set new state, and this will be of this structure. It will have one title which is set to blank right now, a subtitle, and a body. There is one very important thing, whatever values we are giving to the names here, to the fields, the title, subtitle and body, it should exactly match the name and value field present in your HTML area on the React site. So on this I am re-entering in the title area, the name will be equal to title, it should be exactly what we mentioned there, and value will be equal to add blog dot title. Okay, similarly here also name is equal to subtitle, we had the T capital, so it will go like this, title, and value will be equal to add blog dot subtitle, and same goes for the text area also, name is body and value is equal to add blog dot value. Okay, we can save this much and just, okay, we are not able to type it, we need to update it, add an on change event to update this value. So on all the 3 places I will enter an on change event, values to the field. Okay, now I can create the function, an arrow function which will be capturing the event. We will take the name and value from the e.target, and then I am going to update the add blog state variable. So it will go like set add blog. Here I will take the previous value of add block first, because on top of that I am going to update these and use this to have the value stored. Okay, Now just let me try to enter. Yeah, I can type in here anything what I want. Okay, so if you want to check the value of okay, the next step is creating the blog. So again go to this create blog button. The type should be submit, and on the form area I will give a on submit event. Create blog. Okay, and write a function to create the blog. This will be a async function again. Create blog. Okay, here I will store the value of the await xuse call. Xuse.post is the method, and I will make a request to the API. The API endpoint is create blog. Just copy this, and what I need to send in this data is the add blog, whatever we stored in the add blog area. Okay, so add blog I will be sending it here, and I can also do a console.log of what is going with the response. Okay, and one more thing is there, I don't want the page to reload whenever I submit it, so I will do a prevent default. Okay, so let's check. And I do a create, so something went there with all the data. You can see my data coming up here. I will just refresh my page, and I can see Abhavya's blog. These two are fake data, so that's why it is blank, and here it is coming as Abhavya's data, Abhavya's blog. And then what I want to do is it should immediately get refreshed. I don't need to click on refresh button. So first let me delete these two unwanted value from. Okay, now I want to have I want it to refresh as soon as it is created. So in the blogs I am going to update this. red.data.blog, and is this, and what I need to do is add blog to that original form. Title should become empty, subtitle should also become empty, and body should also become empty once everything is submitted. Okay, so let me try again. There was a typo. Abhavya's blog. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and I did a submit. Okay, it says as okay. I have not refreshed the page. Yeah, so it is here. Let me just check why blog body value was not removed. This blog dot body should be present here. Let me try with another data. MongoDB. So I'm doing the create align and it gets emptied, and without refreshing the page I can see my blog here on the MongoDB. So creation is done. Now next will be deletion, and then last will be updation. So deletion will be according to the ID which needs to be deleted. Okay, the blog ID will be taken there. So here I will just blog. I will make it as an arrow function because ID parameter needs to be passed here. Delete blog. Okay, it will be underscore ID. I will create a function to delete. It will be taking the ID value. In this one, as we see, blog is being used, so I'm going to use this ID to delete it. I'm going to pass this one, blog dot underscore ID, and here we will be using the delete method. So same thing, where is equal to, this will be an async function, await keyword, do the excuse dot delete call, use the delete endpoint. Delete endpoint was delete by ID, and then we had the ID. So instead of double quotes I will be using the backticks. Okay, http localhost 8080 / delete, and it will be taking the ID. So we pass the ID value like this. Okay, and then we can do a console.log of what value was deleted. Later on we can update it also. So if I want to delete this is being printed, and let me refresh and see the 3 one went away. Let me delete blog 3. I refresh it, blog 3 is no longer visible here. So how to refresh it as soon as it is clicked is I need to filter out all the blogs which are not equal to this ID, and then store it in that new one. So it will be const updated blog is equal to, we'll take all the blogs present here, pass it to a filter function, which is return all the blog whose ID is not equal to the one passed here. Is not equal to underscore ID. Now whatever is the updated blog, I can do a console log for the updated blog also, and now the new blogs will be this updated blog. Okay, let's try it out. So refresh the page and I delete it and it goes away directly. So this gives out the filtered one, 1 2 3. Okay, I delete this one, it goes immediately away. Now I have only 3 values. On update, a form should open as update blog. I will simply copy paste this create blog fields. Okay, and the values of that particular blog should get populated in those fields, and then there will be a update button there. Then on clicking that, the value of that blogs will get updated. So instead of update, I will make it as edit button here. Let me go to place where buttons are. Update, I will make it as edit button here. So it is edit now, and now what I want is this same form field of the create blog to be present for the update. So this was the section for the update blog. I will copy paste it and update the fields here. So right now the on submit function is to create blog. It will become update blog. Here also wherever it is create, it will just go to update, and there was a button here, be update blog. Okay, and another thing what I will do, the way we have a state variable here, there will be update blog state variable, same thing. So just copy this part and name it as state. But one more option it will contain, it is the ID of that particular blog. So here one more field I will add is underscore ID, and it will be initially declared as null. Okay, and wherever we have the add blog, you will change it to update blog. Okay, so just, and on the body area it will become update blog, and here the function which is there to update the on change fields will go to add values to the change to the fields to handle update field. Okay, I will just handle update field. Okay, let me declare the function so that nothing fails. Update field, I am simply declaring the functions right now. Also the update blog field all will be there. Update blog by ID, I will name it like this. Okay, let me change the function value here also. Function name is update blog by ID. Okay, another function is to be performed when this edit button is clicked. So I will add a function here. Again same kind of function, there will be an arrow function where we will pass whole of the blog into this area. Okay, on click, give an arrow function, and it will be edit blog, and in this the blog, whole of the blog value is passed. Okay, let me declare the function again here. On top of that, const edit blog. This is also arrow function in which I am passing the blog value. Okay, and this blog value whatever is passed will be used to modify the value present here. Thus not set add blog, it was event, yeah, the update block, this value. Okay, so I will use destructuring part here, this one, set update block to underscore id is equal to block dot underscore id, title is equal to blog dot title, and subtitle is equal to blog dot subtitle, and body is equal to blog dot body. Okay, let's save it. Let's check everything here. Now when I click on edit, all the values come up here. Similarly, I click on this one, the values change to here. Now we need to configure the update block button so that when this is clicked, everything is updated, and then the next part will be without refreshing the page, the updated block values should come here. Okay, so first let me handle the fields of the updated field. So it will be same as the way we were handling all the fields when it was initially being declared. Here is that function by id prevent create bug, add values to the field, same thing will come here. Just paste it, and instead of set add block, it will be set update block. Here also update block. Okay, just save it, and let me check whether I'm able to type anything or not. Yeah, I'm able to type here. Okay, next is the update button. So this is again an asynchronous function. Okay, and E will be used to prevent the refresh of the page. E prevent default, done. Then put is used to update, so it is await call xuse dot put, and it is from id. So let me have the, okay, so I will capture the title, subtitle and body from update block. Okay, here also I will use the backticks. The endpoint was update block by id. I'll give that, and this one it will be update block dot underscore id. Okay, and pass the title, subtitle and body. Okay, so just let me try it. I click on update and I refresh it, it gets updated. But what do you see? I need to refresh the page to get the. Now the next step is storing all these blocks in another variable. So I will take const new blocks and have all the blocks present here. Okay, now I will get the id of this updated one. So const block index, use a find Okay, in this I will pass the blog and return the blog which has the same ID. Return blog dot underscore ID is equal to update blog dot underscore ID. Okay, let's print this value and check const console. When I click edit and do update blog, inside updated blog these values are coming. So now the new blogs in the blog index, I will store this value as data dot updated blog. Okay, and next step is storing all these values set blog in the set blogs, that is new blogs inside the set blogs. And another step will be clearing out these fields. So set update blog, and it will be same as the one when we initialized. So this, and save it. So now when let me just refresh the page, I click on edit, update it, and it becomes black and it also gets updated. Okay, I will try with this one, 123 SS, and I click update. So without refreshing the page we can see the update here. So this is done. Now I want update blog to be shown only when the edit button is clicked, and create blog if update button is not clicked. So I will be making use of the update blog state here. So this should be visible when update blog ID is present. So I will use update blog dot underscore ID when play the update blog. Okay, and when this is not present, then display the create blog similarly. So tool X, opposite of this will be this one, underscore ID, and I've used the not symbol and then create blog. Now save it and let's go back here. So right now I have the create blog. Let me create some blogs here. Abhavya's blog, React app, full stack develop. Okay, and create the blog. I have this blog. Now I want to edit this blog. Okay, so it should be S was missing. I want to update the blog, so it got updated. Okay, so when I click on edit, this changes to update blog, and after it is updated it changes back to the create blog. So like this we are done with all the CRUD operations on the MongoDB using front end, that is React.js, and the backend is Node.js. Thank you everyone.